Deek would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
look after you.
Anything to do with the Dark Arts should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominis speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the...
Ominis is right. Meddling in the dark arts is dangerous.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunt, perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominis' family history.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me.
Very well. But Ominis learned dark magic from his parents.
What does the Cruciatus...
It's known as the Torture Curse. Crucio. It inflicts intense... Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominis described the sound of the victims' cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself... As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominis that he did what he had to, but he still...
How horrible. Poor Ominis. He was only...
After that incident, the rift between Ominis and his family only grew. That every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominis trusts me, and more often than not, he winds up listening to me. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon. I'll make Ominis understand. He'll change his mind.
What are you up to now?
Glad you came.
I wish I had the courage to go into
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last out.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood... I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control?
Exactly. That's a good idea.
I'll start looking into it. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood.
If it's all right with you, I'd rather not say. At least not at the moment.
And I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Appears I won't be going up there.
pressed Ominous regarding Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium, but my efforts were in vain. Meet me outside the Slytherin. We need to talk.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
You're here. Brilliant.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. I know where he is. I'll leave. He's this way. Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance. There he is. Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominous.
What is it?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been...
Don't tell me he's still going on about...
He told you about that?
He did. We were talking about our house founder and he...
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favourite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished.
That's a bit unnerving. I suppose even if it might lead to answers about what happened to your aunt.
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. Get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone.
I see what you've done here. And very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait.